Hello, and today we're going to come back on one of those crazy timepieces we've seen this year. This is the Rebellion Prometheus T3000, yeah, quite special, with an outstanding 1,000 hours of power reserve. Let's go and find out more about this watch right now. Today we're having our first guest here at the Watches TV house with Philippe Dubois, CEO of Rebellion Timepieces. So what are the main characteristics of this watch?
This watch, which is called the Prometheus, has a phenomenal movement. It's the T1000 that we're using in 3 different cases. What is very specific with this movement is that you have a power reserve of more than 1,000 hours, which is quite exceptional. Initially, we started to put this movement in the T1000. That was the first watch, which was limited to 50 pieces. And the characteristic of the case, it was a little bit bold, but it was a very nice design. Then we decided to have a second case, which was more close to our racing car, because you had the impression that you were really wearing an engine on your wrist. And finally, a lot of people were a little bit disappointed because they said you have just a phenomenal movement, but we don't see it. So this third design, which is called the Prometheus, as you can see, it's really a very open case. You can see a lot of the movement, especially the 6 barrels that we have, like the 6-cylinder that we have in our racing car.
One of the particularities of this watch is that the crown is only used to set up the time. To actually wind it and fuel up those 41 days of power reserve, you have a lever system that then transmits the energy through a chain and distributes it into those 6 barrels. This is quite an extravagant watch, so what kind of customers are looking into these type of timepieces?
Of course, when you buy this kind of watch, it's not the first watch you are buying. This is for people who are just crazy about timepieces and as well as crazy about cars. Because I think there is no watches on the market today which are so similar to racing cars. And this is really what we are trying to do.
And most of this watch is done in-house because you have your own equipment and manufacturing production capability?
We are working with a workshop in La Vallée de Joux with David Cando, who is really the designer and the manufacturer of this movement. So all the movement of the T1000 is done in his workshop. Totally, he's going to produce 100 movements. We had 50 pieces for the T1000. We had 25 pieces for the Gotham, and for the Prometheus, we will also produce only 25 pieces.
And now you have 41 days of power reserve. Are you going to go for a new milestone?
No, I think this is not the purpose for the moment. It takes time to produce this movement because people don't realize, but once it's produced, just for quality control, you need 1,000 hours to be sure that you have this kind of power reserve. So it takes time. No, we will deliver these watches. What is very interesting for a collector who are trying to match their watch with their car, if you see the plate of the movement, this one is orange, but you can really have the color you want. And this is things that we like to do. It's not we're making 25 pieces which are going to be exactly the same, and the 25 first buyer will get it. It's really I wouldn't say that every 25 pieces is going to be unique, but I mean we're really producing a lot of different variation.
Well, thank you for passing by and have a great day.
Thank you very much.